Blueface blew up off an offbeat flow and a wild personality, but along with the viral fame came a long string of legal issues, from gun charges to a high-profile attempted murder case. Blueface has had a complicated relationship with the law since he stepped into the spotlight. Today, we're taking a look at the real criminal history of Jonathan Porter, better known as Blueface, and how his legal issues have played out behind the scenes of his rap career. In November 2018, just as Blueface started buzzing with his breakout hit, Tatiana, he was arrested in Los Angeles after reportedly being involved in the shooting. According to LAPD, Blueface and his crew were approached by a man attempting to rob them. Blueface allegedly fired shots at the suspect's vehicle as it fled. He was arrested, charged with felony gun possession, but later released on a $50,000 bail. While the charges didn't stick, it was his major run-in with the law, and it happened right as his music career was taking off. Not long after that, in 2019, Blueface was arrested again in Los Angeles, this time for carrying an unregistered, loaded handgun after being pulled over by the police. Officers said he tossed a gun while attempting to flee on foot, but he eventually was caught and taken in. He was hit with felony gun possession once again, but later accepted a plea deal and avoided serious jail time. He ended up getting probation and community service. These early back-to-back charges made it clear that Blueface fame wasn't distancing him from trouble. If anything, it was just the beginning. Then came the most serious charge of his career. In November 2022, Blueface was arrested in Las Vegas on an open warrant related to a shooting that had taken place the month before. Surveillance footage showed Blueface allegedly pulling out a gun and firing multiple shots at a man outside a Las Vegas strip club, following a heated verbal exchange. The man survived and later spoke publicly about the incident. Blueface was charged with attempted murder with a deadly weapon and discharging a firearm into an occupied vehicle. He was booked into the Clark County Detention Center and eventually released on bail. The case shook fans because it wasn't just a fight, it was a life-changing charge. In July 2023, Blueface pleaded guilty to reduced charges in connection with the Las Vegas shooting. Avoiding an attempted murder trial, he accepted a plea deal for discharging a firearm at or into an occupied structure and battery. As a result, he was sentenced to 3 years of probation in October 2023. This allowed him to stay out of jail, but came with strict terms, including avoiding further legal trouble and adhering to supervised conditions. Blueface claimed self-defense, but the court still viewed the act as reckless and criminal. Aside from his criminal charges, Blueface has faced multiple civil disputes and social media controversies, many tied to the volatile relationship with Chrisean Rock. The two were frequently seen and involved in public fights and domestic altercations, some of which ended with police involvement. While no felony domestic violence charges have stuck, their toxic back and forth have played out in media and raised red flags. In one 2023 situation, Blueface was ordered to pay child support after being taken to court by the mother of one of his children. In 2024, he was even arrested again in Las Vegas, this time for robbery, after allegedly snatching a phone from a fan at a casino. That case is still pending as of mid-2025. By mid-2025, Blueface's once promising music career had taken a noticeable backseat to his legal saga and social media drama. He's dropped fewer songs and hasn't charted with the major hit since 2021's BGC, which was overshadowed by his personal issues. His court appearances now get more attention than his performances, and promoters have become hesitant to book him due to unpredictably surrounding his image. While Blueface remains active on platforms like Instagram and OnlyFans, where he often posts controversial content, his brand is drifting away from music and more toward reality-style chaos. Fans and critics alike have started questioning whether he's sabotaging his own career or simply lost control over it. At one point, Blueface seemed poised to be more than just a meme rapper. Co-signs from big names like Drake and features from artists like Cardi B had him brushing shoulders with the top tier of hip-hop. But now those industry connections have cooled off, and Blueface finds himself more isolated than ever in the rap game. As his legal allegations and probation terms continue until late 2025, his ability to tour, collaborate, and record freely remains limited. Some believe he still has talent and charisma to make a comeback, but only if he distances himself from street life and drama. Until then, Blueface's story is less about music and more about missed opportunities. In July 2025, Blueface's legal spiral finally caught up with him. After multiple probation violations in a pending robbery case in Las Vegas, a judge ruled that he had failed to meet the terms of his probation from the 2023 plea deal. As a result, Blueface was sentenced to serve 180 days in county jail, along with 24 months of supervised release once he's out. It marked his first time actually serving a lengthy sentence behind bars. In a sobering reality check for a rapper who once bragged about being untouchable, now 27 and sitting in a cell, the question isn't whether Blueface can bounce back, it's whether there'll even be a career left to return to. His music once made headlines, but these days, it's the mugshots doing all the talking.